want to take a guess at what I shot at the club this morning?
What happened? Somebody die? What's going on?
The company's consolidating divisions. Difficult decisions had to be made in areas where redundancies surfaced.
You're firing me?
3,000 jobs. They were good people, Jim.
Hell, it's a business, not a charity.
I've always told you what I thought, right or wrong, and this is wrong.
Late for a meeting.
Got one kid in college, another one going in the fall. I won't go back to a factory floor. I'll take an AK-47 to this place first.
We're downsizing that spill.
What?
Yeah.
Oh well, Fungus Monkey has to go.
Yeah. It's been a good run, Pete, but
actually I was gonna throw this knife in the middle of the floor and let all you fight it out and see whoever the last one standing is.
Well, while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna turn this side into a porno website. You guys
Hey guys, I hate to tell you this.
I actually got work to do.
There's 3 of us and 1 of him.
When we take you out.
The new bosses at Spill.
We take out the most expensive member.
So he's like, that sounds like communism.
Yeah. I already have my chart. You lose this guy. Look at how much money we save.
Yeah. You see, I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to figure that out. By that point, you'll all be fired and dead. But this is a movie. What we're talking about is the company, man. This does deal with corporate downsizing.
Yeah,
and that's,
this is the
downsizing is just another word to say your ass is fired.
Doesn't unemployment suck?
Oddly, and this is something that like a lot of people tune out from this movie immediately for. It's not, Joe Blow, John Q. public worker working for a corporation who gets fired. This is that upper, like the lower 1% of the top 2% of the rich in America losing their jobs. Which, personally I found satisfying because I'm like, yeah, fuck you, corporate dickweed.
It's like when you watch this movie, as someone who's been downsized several times in my lifetime, it's nice to see those higher guys up.
The guys who fired you.
This whole movie, I get to go like Nelson Muntz.
And that's the deal, is when you tell somebody about the premise and they're like, fuck them, good. But you know what? I don't want to watch a movie about it.
Yeah, especially today. We're in a recession. Unemployment is still high. People getting laid off. But I think it is good for that person who got laid off on the factory job to look at a movie like this and be like, yeah, motherfucker, take that. Wait a minute. Oh, that's Ben Affleck. He's still making millions. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his
actors are still employed.
Yeah. I'm gonna lose my guest house in the Hamptons. Life is not fair.
Which summarizes this whole movie.
Yeah, you have to start drinking water from the faucet.
Yeah, what? Fuck that. I'd rather hang myself by my dick.
Now we making jokes, but sorry, start to bring this up. Is like you watching those upper guys get it, and yeah, at first you laugh at them, you don't feel sorry for them, but the longer it goes on, it's like there's 2 things. It's like, wow, you know what? It's just as hard for them as it was for me,
man.
But also too, it's like, well, shit, if they getting laid off, I know I ain't got a chance.
Well, I think that was kind of the goal of the film, was to say, look, this shit that you did that fucked all of us for the last quite a few years now it's fucking you too, and it's gonna fuck everybody except for that very, very tiny little percentage, like the dad from Poltergeist.
Yeah, Mr. Incredible still keeps getting big raises.
Yeah, but even his underlings are getting kicked out,
right.
And that's the system we're created. It's saying, hey, guess what? Trickle down economics, they don't fucking work, okay? And that's kind of the point here. I think. It's saying, like, even at the top levels, you guys, you yuppies, driving around your Porsches and everything, if you don't own the company, you're not safe either, because this system is fucked up.
Yeah, and in this film, we center mainly on 3 people. We center on 2 old guys, the corporate veterans, and then we have sort of a younger guy who's just getting the taste of the good life, and that's by Ben Affleck. The 2 older guys are Chris Cooper and Tommy Lee Jones, and it's all about how they react. We get sort of like the 3 main reactions of people who go through this kind of thing. Some people are so into their corporate life, they got no life outside of that. That job is their identity. Some people are able to take it and just say, you know what, this is finally a chance to be my own person. And some people are just like, money? What are you talking about? I still got money. I'm going to write another check. Money, we broke. No, we got money. No, baby, I'm telling you. Yeah, deny. I got kicked out the golf course. What? We ain't got no money. No. I'm going to write another check to take care of this.
I have to look successful, goddammit.
Mr. Walker, can I speak here for a moment? I just got thrown off the course of the club.
You playing golf? You getting your Porsche detailed?
I need to look successful.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing. You're young, you know. Shit, I can't let the neighbors see me driving this hoopty up here. What's he talking about? I better go rent a nice car, which I ain't got no money to rent with.
You rent a Gremlin.
It's like, Ben, you don't have any money left. You're gonna have to do a bunch of scenes with Kevin Costner now. I'm sorry. Accept reality.
Slumming it again. No, man, I liked the movie. I think I liked it probably less than you guys did. If I remember, I saw this a long time ago, and you just saw this recently, so it's kind of not as fresh for me as you. But so I'd be curious to hear what you.
Hey, you saw it at
it.
Sundance, boss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for real.
Don't remember getting an invite to that one.
By the way,
flown to Sundance and picked up in the limo.
which I win in my private spill jet, by the way.
Sorry, even that's I can't even pretend on that
Oh,
one. It's too silly.
let me tell you, Cyrus, the ski slopes were so nice this year. Man, I was slumming. I wouldn't sleep on somebody's couch. What are you talking about? I paid for that trip over there,
James Cameron's couch.
which is like another room. A pull-out couch for James Cameron is like a pull-out mansion.
Exactly.
Have the guest house, which is bigger than your fucking condo. So yeah, what did you guys think about it? Refresh me on this.
I mean, it is interesting what it does in that it gets you to feel sorry for people that you normally wouldn't feel sorry for. I mean, Ben Affleck is the one who's closest to street level. He's, new guy, especially like him walking into the office that day all happy, cracking jokes. Like, what's everybody so down about? And then he goes like, hey, can we talk to you for a second? Yeah, you can talk to me. What's up? Say what? And then watching you get to watch his breakdown of like trying to hold on to his old riches and keeping up appearances to like having to accept reality one stage at a time to the point where he's got to go work for his brother-in-law and he can't stand hammering nails and he ain't even no good at it.
Yeah, that's right. He's got to go be a carpenter.
Yeah. See, I didn't really find it sad. I just thought it was interesting. I mean, it's really detailing all the different ways that people deal with downsizing and losing their job. I mean, as you were saying earlier, where like each one has their own thing. It's like the stages of grief, really.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The anger
The 5
guy,
stages.
the denial guy. Chris Cooper is the depression guy.
Yeah.
He's the one who's going through the stages because he's all,
right. Well, he's going
angry.
Yeah.
He's angry from the beginning.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, he is. That's
he's
true.
Just nothing but mad. He's pissed, blah, 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 until he's just depressed, and then, well,
Well, it was so funny because I guess that's why it's for the most part, it's a story about hope. I mean, you can get through this unless you are Chris Cooper and fucking everything up that you go to an interview for, because he would go to an interview and he's so mad. The woman's just sitting there. She's like, "Well, your resume is interesting." He's looking at her like, "You know the fuck I am," and she's like, "Not really, no."
Well, she's going, you need to
You're
make
unemployed.
You need to make yourself look younger because people hate old people. and she's-
cranky old people
and
at that.
The thing is, they'll tell you that if you go to job seminars. Like, you got to try and make yourself look younger. You got to try and be like hip or something. It's like nobody, because it's the young guys fresh out of college who are getting the jobs of deciding who else to hire. And they're not going to hire some 60-year-old guy, no matter how much experience he has, who looks like their granddad.
It's what I loved about
Hey, I
this
got
film.
this job.
What I loved about this film is that it's kind of like it's an interesting character piece on these people who are victims of their own success. So where it's stripped away from them and they lose their identity. They lose all hope as far as like, what the fuck am I going to do? I have this family. I have all these things that I set up, and now what am I going to do? There's no way I can pay for these things, but I have to keep that illusion because these people seem like really like mentally something is wrong with them, especially when you see them going through all these ranges of emotion. But the one sad thing about it, what I understand what you're saying, Leon, about the sad fact is that the guys who actually built these companies up from the ground up, how there's just no such thing as job security.
Yeah, even for them.
They built these companies and they're screwed just like the guy doing the labor.
Well, there's a whole philosophy of corporate business today in America specifically, but throughout the whole world, that is literally one of its tenets is there's no such thing as compassion in business or in capitalism. It just shouldn't exist and shouldn't even be part of it. And I shouldn't be made to feel guilty for not having it. I mean, that's a spoken tenet of this these days. And this is like the point of the film feels like that's what it is. And yet it ends up with a completely false ending that turns it into what you were saying it is, Corey, that it's about hope, because ultimately that's what they wanted to make it about. But that's not what this film should have been about.
Really?
And
You think that? Because
I felt like it totally betrayed the entire rest of the film.
See, because I think this movie is the type of movie that people need to see. I don't think people need to be told anymore, like, hey, you lost your job, you ain't shit. You know, go hang yourself. I think that needs to be the kind of movie that we need to see. Yeah, corporate America and all of America right now, as far as job security, is not very good. But you should have some sort of empowerment. I mean, listen.
Yeah, but empowerment for the guys who are in this movie is the problem, because this movie is about that upper super rich guys that we don't have much sympathy for. So why not use them as an example for a worst case scenario rather than the kind of wimp out I felt like the movie went
Well,
with at the end.
I kind of agree with you, even though I didn't mind the ending so much, but I wish there were other characters that they would have focused on, to where they saw their flaws in them and just said, you know what, I'm okay with living